The peaceful village of Omago is shaken by a series of mysterious deaths. The victims are found with strange marks on their bodies, leading the villagers to believe they were killed by supernatural forces. Fear grips the land, and suspicion falls under the reclusive herbalist Uchenna. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some claim they saw Uchenna in the forest at night, and others say his herbs were becoming more potent than before. The village elders meet to discuss the growing fears, and the chief warns against jumping into conclusions. One fateful evening, a grieving woman publicly accused Uchenna of witchcraft, claiming he had given her husband herbs before his sudden death. The villagers, now convinced of his guilt, begin to avoid him, and some even call for his banishment. Chief Okonkwo, torn between loyalty to his old friend and the fear of his people, decides to summon Uchenna for questioning. The herbalist remains calm, stating that he was always used by his knowledge to heal, not harm. However, his words do little to change the villager's mind. Determined to clear his name, Uchenna embarked on a journey into the forbidden parts of the forest. There, he discovers strange footprints and symbols carved into trees, signs of dark rituals being performed. He realizes that the true enemy is someone else. Uchenna's findings lead him to the shrine of a secret cult that worships an ancient deity. They are the ones behind the killings, using dark magic to gain power. The leader of the cult is none other than one of the village's respected elders, who had been using the dead to instill fear and control. Uchenna gathers evidence but is ambushed by the cultists. Using his deep knowledge of herbs, he fights back, creating blinding smoke and using medicinal powers to weaken them. However, he is injured in the process and barely escapes. Wounded but determined, Uchenna returns to the village and calls for a gathering. He presents his evidence, exposing the elders as the mastermind behind the killings. At first, the villagers were confused, but when the chief orders the elders to be searched, they'll find charms and items linked to the dark rituals. They confessed under pressure, revealing how he manipulated the village's fear. The chief declares him a traitor, and he is banished from Omogo. The villagers realized they had wrongfully accused Uchenna and begged for his forgiveness. With peace restored, Uchenna forgives his people, but warns them against ignorance and fear. The chief rewarded Uchenna with a large portion of land. He continues his work as a healer, but this time the villagers see him as a true guardian, not an enemy.